You sign and everything will be settled. The dull sound of the papers against the wooden table echoes through the room. Stas has just dropped the bundle. I remain still, hands clasped, eyes fixed on the document. Your apartment is our starting capital. Lena is already waiting for us. He is pacing back and forth. His footsteps strike sharply against the tiles. He stops, starts again, then comes back toward me. In his hands, these papers are no longer just administrative documents. They represent my home, my security. He waves them in front of me like a trophy. Every movement of his arm seems to tear through the air. I don't respond. He grows agitated. His eyebrows knit together. He checks his watch, then turns to me again, breathing hard. He comes closer, leans over the table and points to the bottom of the page with his finger. I don't move an inch. Where did you find these documents? My voice remains neutral. Stas stops abruptly. A flash of nervousness crosses his eyes. He turns his gaze toward the window. It doesn't matter. Time is running out, Marina. You think too much. He talks about Lena like a creditor, not an ally. I approach the table. I flip through the stack. Beneath the land registry extracts, I find copies of my bank statements and further down, a scan of my passport. He didn't just prepare a contract. He dug through my personal files, through my private life. I lift my head. You went through my private things? He doesn't deny it. He shrugs a sharp gesture. Yes, because otherwise you would have refused. The truth drops cold. This isn't a request, it's organized dispossession. I look at the papers, then I look at Stas. He waits, his hands clenched on the edge of the table. The mask has fallen. I set the paper down on the table. My hands are steady, not trembling at all. You want me to sign now? He straightens up, a satisfied smile stretching across his lips. Yes, just a formality. I go over the text one last time. The legal terms are intertwined, concealing a complete transfer of collateral. And if it doesn't work, he sneers. A sharp sound echoes off the walls. Always disappointed you have a poor person's mentality. I take a deep breath. All right, let's go. We head out. The car is parked downstairs. Lena is there behind the wheel. He turns his head toward us, a predatory smile on his lips. I settle into the back seat. The engine starts with a low rumble. No one says a word. I watch the scenery go by, my hands resting tightly on my knees. The journey seems endless. Each turn brings us closer to the notary's office. The building rises before us. The atmosphere in the office is icy. Stas fidgets. He taps nervously on the solid wooden desk. The notary flips through the pages with methodical slowness. Suddenly she stops. Her eyebrows knit together. She looks up at us. Madam, there is a restriction on this property. This transaction is impossible without additional procedures. A heavy, sharp silence falls. Stas turns pale instantly. His hands drop limply to his sides. What? It's impossible, he stammers, his voice choked. I remain motionless, my gaze fixed on him. Yes, I say in a calm, almost detached tone. I put a protection in place. Lena tries to stand up, but the notary remains firm. Stas collapses onto the chair, his face undone. I've already taken money. I have to pay it back. He realizes the magnitude of his mistake. You just sold me without my consent. I'm no longer your wife. I stand up and leave the room. Outside, Stas shouts my name. His voice echoes against the stone walls. I don't look back. My steps are steady on the sidewalk. The next day, my phone vibrates constantly. Pleading messages appear, but I ignore them. When he comes back in the evening, I wait for him behind the door. He enters, his face marked by fatigue. I hand him his keys. Put down the keys. You don't live here anymore. He hesitates, searching for a crack in my gaze, but there is nothing. He finally sets the metal down on the console. The door closes, the latch clicks. Silence finally returns. Sometimes the most dangerous thing isn't that someone wants to use you, it's that the person trying still called you my love just the day before. But if you stay true to yourself in the face of betrayal, you become invincible. The fear has dissipated. All that remains is the clarity of an assumed choice.